Hey everybody! Welcome to Redbeard's Dragons. This video is about Tiny. You'll notice in the video we call her Ryoko and everything. You guys are just going to have to get used to crazy names because we don't know what the hell we're doing over here. This is a dragon that came from backwater reptiles. And she is a citrus dragon. You'll hear me say all kinds of crazy things, like I think it's a boy and everything. Remember, we're learning here, and we're not afraid to show how stupid we are, mainly me. But hopefully that ignorance goes away and you can watch it, and so that these guys can have an awesome life. Check him out. This is my buddy. This is my buddy. He's got his tail's going into shed. Cameras suck, but a leg is going into shed. And here you go. Front arms. Oh, look at those two arms. One red, one white. Yep. Mr. Smog. He's going into shed. So enjoy the video, y'all. So here is Ryoko. She is a citrus ordered, delivered 2 days ago. 2 days ago. As you can see, she's kind of sitting in a dry spot there. I'm going to give her a bath. So, the idea is for her. There you go. Drew, that's what I want to see. Run around. Yeah, and also soak. Online, so far, what I've read, give them a warm bath. Well, I found what's warm. Lots of other animals. For instance, yeast has to be grown if it's warmer than your skin temperature. If you feel the water warm, you're probably going to kill the yeast. These guys I found with the other dragon, again, newbie, that they didn't like that. Yeast water, the room temperature water. I take a bath and it's probably 105 degrees and it is hot and steaming and I'm fine with it. And they bask in 115 degrees. Now it's not wet. Major difference, right? Dry heat versus water heat. So don't think you can put them in 115 degree water. I'll bet you'll kill them. But what I'm saying is it's up there probably 90 degree water that they like so far that I've found. Come here. There you go. Get you. Come here. You can see her a little better here. I got her in a tub, so she's not gonna jump and blow herself up. Yeah, I can feel her. She's nice and soft, and she's like, "Don't put me in here." Sorry, don't put me in here, but I put her in there anyways. I'm gonna get a poker. Poke, poke, poke! Stop poking me. Yeah, there we go. The idea being, they don't necessarily want to be in the water. I don't know what they do in the wild. But the whole pores, the femoral pores cleaning, all the junk in the trunk that you gotta clean, and dead skin. You get in the shower and it soaks, and you're like, whoa! And you get out of the shower, it all rubs off. You need a drink, because you don't go to the cupboard and get a glass. So, all great reasons for baths. And I'm not sure. I know that they get water on their back and it comes down to their nose, and they drink it. But
I know they talk about moist soils and such for blah 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 in various aspects. So I have a feeling that they do a lot of absorption of moisture as well through their skin. So this is good clean water. I didn't treat it at all. This is our city water. I think in the future I might want to come up with some, if I'm breeding very beautiful and want to get very accurate. I think something, you think the water coming down in Australia and all that stuff, it's going to absorb a bunch of minerals. So I think this would be much better being some sort of a mineral bath, not one that you expect them to drink. We My guess is from newbie, fresh eyes on the subject matter, that we dose the living crap out of their food with minerals, and we know humans absorb a ton of stuff that you'd never think through our skin. So I think I'm gonna attempt very soon to just say, this is dumb. Nobody gets this clean water out in the wild in Australia. So there's got to be something to that. It rains, that comes down heavy on them. They've got to be able to deal with torrential and have it be wet potentially for a couple days. Got to. So that's my thoughts on a bath so far. Being the new guy, Ryoko. She's, by the way, see how she's like this, but she's first day she would open her mouth at me, and every time I put my hand in the crate cage, she never bit me at all, never bit me, but would open her mouth and position herself. I, you know, and then now she's starting to be where I can grab her in her thing, and she's pretty semi-chill when I pick her up. The water's already getting cool now, so I think you're about done. Are you ready? Everybody says dry them off. I don't know why. There's nobody with a towel out in Australia, and it doesn't just suddenly get dry. So I think that's another thing that's just handed out. Dry your animal. They deal with the stuff and they absorb it. So I'm really, from day one, being even a newbie, I'm just going to go ahead and say that we're not doing that. We're going to go ahead and start right now with not drying them in a freaking towel. Look at it from this side. There's almost like you can almost see three eyes, because there are, but I mean, like, literally, like, did they devolved, whatever, right down. It's almost like looking at the face right here, and then the eyes went, I'm going over here. The other one went over there, and the third one says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to sit here, and I'm lazy as hell. But I'll tell you, it's dark. It's light. It's dark again. Beautiful dragon. Beautiful little dragon. So here's Ryoko. I ordered a female. I think he is male. But I ordered a female, so we're going to go on the assumption it's a female for now until he or she gets a little older and we can tell for sure. But looking at it right now, I think I see the two bumps underneath the tail designating a male. But he does have a wider body, and he did do the arm waving submission stuff quite a bit yesterday in the tank, so definitely signs of a female. Maybe they know how to sex them much better than me, and that should be the case. I'm new to this. Anyways, here's Ryoko. Again, being new. This is a citrus dragon. You can see I've only held him. He or she arrived yesterday. Today still opens her mouth at me when I go into the tank, but she's eating fine. And when I take her out and hold her, she actually went to sleep on me. And now she's awake because I'm talking to her and there's a phone looking at her. They're so smart, much smarter than we give them credit for. I never knew. I'm amazed at how awesome beardies are. Personalities, and they just, they're, if you haven't had one, you'll find out. I mean, you should have one. They're so cool. They're so cool. They're like on par with having a dog. I'm serious. I've had other lizards, fish, turtles, and it sucks. They don't give you anything in return. These guys will come and hang out on me, have personalities. I feed them. They, they do these things where just awesome stuff. So here is Ryoko. You can see my hand. I ordered a hatchling. This is how big she came now. If I had ordered, I wanted specifically a female, so maybe maybe she's a little older because they had to. That's the age that they can make sure that they know what you're getting. So called a hatchling, but she is probably a good 2 to 3 inches longer than what I've seen for an actual hatchling. There she goes. She's asleep. See? If you handle them, they get used to you just like any other pet, cat, dog. You got to handle them for them to get used to you and handle them correctly, and then you build trust with them. And eventually they know you and come crawl up your leg, that type of stuff. Very cool animals. So we'll see what kind of colors develop. They don't develop when they're young, I guess. And she should have some good oranges in her. So we'll see.